You're looking at the gymnasium at Wausau Newman High School, boys high school basketball on a night that's miserable outside, but we've got an entertaining game in here tonight. First place Marathon, third place Wausau Newman, and these teams, when they met earlier over at Marathon's gym, played to a one-point game. It tilted the Red Raiders' way, 64-63. My name's Chris Conley. Let's get our starting lineups out on the floor. For Marathon, that's Jaden Kohler, a senior. Griffin Trackler, he's a junior. Cooper Hoxima, sophomore. Ben Robbins, a senior, and Mason Seahafer, a junior. Marathon wears their road red with the green numerals. For the home Wausau Newman Cardinals, Wausau Newman's got a lot of juniors, so maybe they're a year away from playing their best basketball, but they still got a winning record here. They come in third place, 15 wins out of 21 games. Mason Prey, a junior. Connor Cratch, junior. Senior Jacob Piffner. Junior Isaac Seidel, and Elijah Gustafson, a junior. Tallest player does not start. Warren Grant's a sophomore for Marathon. He's 6'8", but maybe a year away from being a starter. Wausau Newman's hoping tonight, home court advantage, late in the season. Maybe they can find something that makes up the 1-point difference when these teams met before. Really nice to be filling in today. Glad to be bringing you coverage of today's game. I've always liked the Wausau Newman home with the powder blue trim and the red numerals. I thought that's a pretty good look. Wonder if they still wear the road uniforms, all powder blue. Two smaller schools, but the gym is packed. This is going to be a fun environment for basketball. We meet at the center circle. And look at that. There's a late sub. That is Grant Warren, 6'8", who's going to jump center for Marathon. Elijah Gustafson's given up, 5 or 6 inches as we meet in the center circle. All set for Friday night basketball. Miserable outside, hot here. Lads, light this candle. We're underway. Tapped back to Marathon. They'll get the first possession of the night. Newman shows man-to-man. Marathon into the paint, got a whistle. Wow, that was almost a travel. The whistle comes for a bump first. Looked like Grant Warren. I thought he was shuffling that back foot. Call the foul first on Elijah Gustafson. Marathon triggers into the wing, now back up high. Again, Cardinals show man, and they're playing tight on this first possession of the evening. Marathon entry pass again to Warren, but he's outside the blocks. Looks to dribble once or twice. I'm not sure if you want the big 6'8" kid putting the ball on the floor all that much. Want him down on the low blocks. Newman really has nobody height-wise to match up with him. Long possession here for Marathon. We'll go back out. It's Noah Gage. Got a touch. Nathan Hankey. Hankey on his dribble. They're going to call palming there. Yep. I saw that. Side referee did too. So Marathon holds the ball for the first 45 seconds of the game. Doesn't get a look at the basket and winds up turning it over. Marathon looking to trap defensively up high. Cardinals got to recognize that. Pick up your dribble and two players are going to swarm to you defensively. Entry pass here. This is Mason Prey now back to the wing. High pass. It's over the head of Jacob Piffner, and the teams each trade turnovers on their first possessions. It's entirely possible that both teams realize how big a game this is, so maybe it takes a possession or two for the Butterflies to settle in and for each team to play their best. Entry pass down low to Warren again, trying to keep him outside the blocks. Spins, moves, a lot of contact, and he misses at the rim. Rebound to Connor Cratch. Marathon's back defensively. 3 ball from the wing, high, arcing, good. Connor Cratch got the rebound, got the ball back, and hit the 3 for the first basket of the night. See if Marathon has the answer. Again, Marathon seems like everything's going around Grant Warren. Entry pass here down low, hit the underside of the rim. Noah Gage. Gage got his own rebound, goes back out to the wing. Marathon will reset. Straight up man for the Cardinals defensively. Gage plays with that big knee brace on the right side. Doesn't seem to be affecting his movement. Again, we got to see him in the open court. So far, a lot of half-court straight-on line drive. Too strong for Jaden Kohler. Long rebound comes out to Newman, secured by Jacob Piffner. Baseline three, it's open. Back-to-back hits. That's Jacob Piffner. Piffner got the rebound, got the ball back, had his feet set when it arrived. 2 threes give the Cardinals a 6-0 lead early on. Again, it's Marathon, the team that's accomplished more this season, that seems a little out of sync in the early going. Ben Robbins looks to drive in. Robbins gives it back out. Noah Gage again. There's the entry pass. Grant Warren, who's had a touch on every possession, driving to the basket. Hankey is stripped. No foul called. Out of bounds. Hankey followed it out of bounds. Turned over to the Cardinals. Boy, if Newman scores this time down the floor, that's about as good a start as you could hope for them. And then you wonder, does Marathon take an early timeout, try and regroup? Cross-court pass up high. Mason Prey, now the three. Set shot. Isaac Seidel, it's good. 1, 2, 3 threes, and it's a 9-0 lead. Marathon, no timeout. They'll play through. Again, Marathon's turned the ball over twice in the early going, still looking for their first basket. Dribbling way up high is Grant Warren. Gives it up to Hankey. Now over to Gage on the wing. Hankey gets it back. Thought about that three, but again, the tight man-to-man defense, not a lot of separation. Drive to the basket, there's a bump. Free throws coming up. Jaden Kohler's going to get 2 foul shots. That's the right call. He was bumped trying to take it to the rim. So 3 minutes and 40 seconds in, Marathon's looking for their first points. Jacob Piffner called for the foul. First free throw's good. Second one, line drive, good. 9-2. Again, they're looking to trap in the corner, and Mason Prey, who brings the ball up, he recognizes that and keeps the ball to the center of the floor. High basketball IQ. Nice entry pass. Bump at the rim and no call, and a miss. Elijah Gustafson. Gustafson looked like he was hit pretty hard down low. We play on. Again, there's the big guy, Grant Warren, trying to dribble. Stripped. 2-on-1 the other way. Basket and a foul. The basket makes it 11-2, and there's a free throw coming to try and complete the three-point play. Sometimes you just have to surrender, or if you commit that foul, you got to bump hard enough that it's not a basket. So Seidel scores. Marathon will take an early timeout. There's another free throw coming up for Seidel, and Newman leads 11-2. We'll take an early break here. This is Zaleski Sports coverage of Newman Marathon basketball. Welcome back to Wausau Newman. It's the third place team that's trying to take down number 1, and it's an encouraging start for the Cardinals. I'm Chris Conley, very happy to be filling in tonight. You know, there are a lot of people who just had trouble getting to wherever their game is tonight because the roads are so slippery. And here I am. I live 2 blocks away. I could walk down here. Trying to complete the three-point play is Seidel. His free throw is good. 12-2. Newman is not pressed tonight. Half court, man-to-man. Entry pass again down low to Warren. Warren traveled. A third turnover for Marathon. Again, Marathon's just had a lot of empty trips down the floor so far. Haven't gotten shots off, haven't gotten looks at the rim. And those two that are on the board for the Red Raiders right now are free throws. Nothing from the floor in the first 4.5 minutes of basketball tonight for first place Marathon. Newman again works the perimeter to the side Piffner, and they go right back out. Again, when you're up 10 early, you can be patient, work for your shot, driving in. Mason Prey to the rim. He scores. Prey on the take. 14-2. Marathon needs a good offensive set here. They've got to run their offense and get a look at the basket. Up high, this is one of their seniors, Ben Robbins. Again, when your team's struggling, get the ball to the seniors. There's an entry pass knocked away, almost traveled on the recovery. Robbins gets it back. Marathon gets to reset. Marathon driving in, got a whistle. This is before the shot on the drive to the basket. Non-shooting foul coming up. Jacob Piffner's just picked up his second foul. It's the team's third. Out comes Noah Gage. Substituting in Nathan Hankey. Entry pass, got a whistle and hit on the arm as he was going up. Jaden Kohler. Kohler for the second time tonight will get himself to the free throw line. That's Jackson Fender who picks up the foul for Newman. Kohler has made all three of his free throw attempts so far tonight. One more coming. Yeah, I'm delighted to fill in on the call because normally I'm the radio voice of DC Everest Sports. This is one of the few Friday nights all season that the Evergreens are not playing. Their boys' team has a game over in Hudson tomorrow, so Saturday instead of Friday basketball. And this is more fun than your average fish fry, right? Of course it is. Again, Marathon looking to trap, settling back into a 2-3 zone. Open from the corner, a rare miss from behind the arc. Connor Cratch. Rebound to Marathon, Kohler. Boy, Marathon could help themselves too if they could hustle up the floor and get some points in transition. Everything's been a half-court look. And Newman's man-to-man defense has been solid. Down to the 12-minute mark. Newman by double digits. Way up high is Warren. Warren gives it up. Drew Love is the player who subbed in. Entry pass knocked away. That's good defense. Reaching around was Jackson Fender and caused the turnover. A fourth in the first half for the Red Raiders. Baseline three, open. Wow, open miss for Connor Cratch. Marathon secures the rebound. Jaden Kohler. Kohler's been their best player so far. Straight on three, off the front of the rim. One and done trip. Jackson Fender with the board for the Cardinals. You would think with Marathon having a height advantage, there's Newman's first turnover, you'd think that they'd be doing a little better on the offensive glass, and they haven't so far. No second looks. Entry pass down low, big sophomore scores. That's Grant Warren. First basket from the floor for Marathon tonight, 14-6, and it comes at the 11-minute mark. Newman lead down to 8. No panic here. Newman's controlled the early going. Back out. Open three. Fender. Good. Someone's got to fight through the screen there and get a hand in his face. The net hung up after the Fender make. Just like that, bumped up to double digits again. Short time on the bench for Hankey of Marathon. Comes right back in. And Jaden Kohler, who has 4 of their 6 points, will take a seat for a moment. And Marathon's just out of sync offensively right now. No time like the present to get back online. Tyler Underwood came in during the stoppage. He just got his first touch. Down low again to Warren. Warren is bumped. He's going to get free throws. So let's see how the 6'8 sophomore does from the foul line. Owen Sullivan, sixth man in for the Cardinals, called for the foul. That's Newman's fifth. Sophomore looked just fine from the free throw line, thank you. Grant Warren's first is good. what's one of the characteristics of winning teams, first-place teams? They're good from the foul line. And Marathon is 6 for 6. 17-8, 10.5 to go. And there's that double team that Marathon wants to trap in the corners, and so far Newman hasn't let them. That's a nice pass down low. Mason Prey got his defensive man up in the air and is able to score underneath. Back to double digits again. Entry pass to the shorter player, Hankey, double team, tough look, kind of flings it up and got nothing. Tough defense there, got the double team down low. Prey got the rebound. Open three, high arcing up from the rafters, and Isaac Seidel is hit for a second time from behind the arc. Marathon falls further behind. It's now a 14-point lead for Newman, and the Red Raiders want another timeout. Back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Newman's hit 5 threes in the opening 8 minutes. So, are they going to stay that hot for the rest of the night? I don't know, maybe not. But that's been the key to building this lead. Marathon has turned the ball over too much, so they haven't done themselves any favors. Marathon's got the ball out of the timeout. Coaching and basketball fundamentals, you want to score after the timeout. When you get the ball, you get a chance to set up a play. It's a non-shooting foul called here, and the Red Raiders will keep the ball. Owen Sullivan is called for his second, and the next foul on Newman will put Marathon into the bonus. Inbounding into traffic, Tyler Underwood. Wow, thought he was up and down there. No call on that tight defense, and I thought that may have been a travel there from Ben Robbins. So Marathon lives dangerously and still has possession. Entered a Drew Love, so Marathon now is 3 players deep off their bench. Out to the wing. Entry pass, Ben Robbins got the one-on-one. Yeah, he traveled. Marathon may have gotten away with that earlier in the sequence, but not the second time. Newman's played a couple of high-scoring games. They played games in the 80s and the 90s. Not sure if we're going to get that high tonight. Had a lot of half-court sets so far in the ball game. But Newman's been the team that's been hitting the outside shots, and Marathon hasn't gotten anything to fall in the early going. Entry pass down low, double team collapses, he's fouled and he scores. The double team, Connor Cratch was hit, he scores, and he'll get to the free throw line. Senior Ben Robbins, part of the double team. He's the guilty party. Noah Gage comes back in. Cooper Hoxma comes out. And the big kid, Grant Warren, will come in during the next stoppage. Looking to complete the three-point play. That free throw is, just grazed the front of the rim. 24-8. Again, Grant Warren's who's waiting at the scorer's table. Looks like every play was going through him when he was in. The other big guy muscles that up. That's a good make for Drew Love, the junior. 24-10. Now thinking about that three was Prey. Instead, a tougher shot from the baseline for Seidel, and it's good. Seidel's got 12. 27-10, biggest lead of the night right now for Newman. Spinning in traffic to the rim. That's a good take for Tyler Underwood. Underwood's just a sophomore. Shoulder fake got the defender up in the air, and that allowed him to go right to the rim. Still Newman by 15 at the 8-minute mark. On the wing, back out, open for a three. Is it Seidel again? Yes, it is. Someone's got to get on him. Seidel's filling it up, 15. 30-12. Double team here, back out. While that was open, you want Drew Love, I think, to pop that. The double team collapsed down low. Love was open for a moment behind the arc. Instead, we've got a foul underneath. Charlie Shields. Newman Catholic's got only 3 seniors, so this is a team that's going to be competitive again next year. Shields picked up the foul. He is one of the seniors. Drew Love, first of 2 free throws. I beg your pardon, 1 and 1, fouled away, and he misses the front end. First miss at the line tonight for Marathon. And you know, when you miss the front end of the 1 and 1 and you're trailing, it amounts to an empty trip up the floor. Nice pass down low, back out, another chance for Seidel, and he's hitting everything. He's doing everything but sell tickets and filling up the popcorn machine now. 33-12. Marathon's already taken 2 timeouts, so they just have to gut this out. From the wing, a 3, and there's finally an answer. Tyler Underwood. First outside make for the Red Raiders tonight. Newman still got Marathon, the first place team in the conference, doubled up. Outside 3, that's a line drive off the back bracket for Prey, an offensive rebound. Not a lot of second chances for either of these teams. Newman goes back out, Prey drives, nice pass, clean block. Good no call there. Cratch was rejected, and that was all clean up top. Marathon chance to eat into this lead a little bit. Again, I mean, you're down this much. You got to get it back a little at a time. No call on what looked like a flop. And now a foul called on Newman. I agree with the initial no call there. Looks like that player was trying to sell. And then on the entry, a foul will send Drew Love back to the free throw line. He missed his last trip, getting 2 free throws here. Foul is on Connor Cratch. Team fouls, 8 whistles have gone against Newman so far in the first half, and only 2 against Marathon. Missed that one. Rebound to Elijah Gustafson. Outside, 3 again, fading backward. Well, he's human after all. Isaac Seidel does miss. Left that one off the back bracket. Marathon making sure it was one and done. Fading backwards, scoring with the right hand is Tyler Underwood. Underwood has 7 off the bench, and he now leads Marathon. Getting a little closer, 33-18. Yeah, if I'm Newman, what's my mission right now? I want to make sure I have a double-digit lead at halftime. Pass went off one of the Marathon players. Cardinals will inbound underneath. Yeah, I mean, Newman's played so well. I want to be up by 10 or more when we get to intermission. The lead's at 15 now. Way up high to Gustafson. To the wing, baseline, Prey, too strong. You know what? Newman's cooled off a little from behind the arc, so just keep an eye on that. Their outside shooting hasn't been as good. Last couple of trips down the floor. Off the glass and in is Grant Warren. So, I mean, that could kind of shift the way this game feels. If the big man for Marathon is more prominent and Newman cools off from the outside, well, that could be a comeback. Baseline 3 off the bench. Jackson Fender, offensive rebound. Another 3 outside, and that's good. Mason Prey. Boy, the offensive rebound for the Cardinals cost Marathon 3 more points. 36-20. Under 5 minutes to play until halftime on this possession. Entry pass, there it is. Yeah, the one-on-one matchup against Warren is going to be a mismatch all night. Warren scores with the left hand. He has 8. So, I mean, the Cardinals' lead is safe as long as they hit outside. 2-3 zone for Marathon now. Looking to drive in. That's stripped and stolen by Noah Gage. Gage keeps it himself. Up and as high as you can imagine off the glass and in. And we've got a whistle. And that's an improper inbound. Boy, you don't see that call often. But the Newman player, Mason Prey, that's the call that he was either on or over the inbounds line as he was going to put the ball back in. So that's a basket for Marathon that makes it a 12-point game, and the Red Raiders get the ball back on a call that you never see. A 3 gets this back to single digits. So this kind of has the feeling of a big possession fading backwards. That's outside of the sophomore Warren's range. Nothing doing there. Rebound comes to Seidel. Baseline, 3, open, missed it. Prey. One and done, too. Ben Robbins with the rebound. Another chance for Marathon. Well, that's a whistle away from the ball. 1-1 coming up. Elijah Gustafson called for his second. Again, he's trying to body up on Grant Warren. And there's no one within 5 or 6 inches of Warren's size. The final 1-1 of the half for Marathon. Double bonus from here on out, and he missed it. Ball's tapped around loose in the corner. That's out of bounds. And it goes to the Cardinals. Cardinals will take a timeout. This is probably a good time for it, as Marathon has inched their way a little closer. Cardinals still lead by 12. Back after these messages, you're listening to Newman Marathon Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children, to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggleworms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
This is Newman's timeout. Newman has 3 players with 2 fouls. Jacob Piffner, Owen Sullivan, and Elijah Gustafson. If you're going to take down the number 1 team, you want to have all of your personnel available. So one of Newman's challenges for the next 4 minutes and 2 seconds till halftime, you don't want a starter picking up a 3rd foul here. So players with 2 have to realize and play appropriately. What a nice rocket pass from Connor Cratch. He fed Mason Prey underneath. Prey's got 9. So Newman scores out of the timeout. Coaches all over smile when they see that. Down low to Warren. Warren is bumped as the ball arrived. Again, you got to get a body on the big man. And that is Gustafson's 3rd. Did we not just say you don't want the 3rd foul to come? Gustafson, who's a big-bodied kid, is going to have to come out. Double bonus. No good. Jacob Piffner, another one of the players with 2 fouls, subs in as Gustafson comes out. Tyler Underwood is back in for Marathon. There's the 2nd free throw for Grant Warren. 13-point lead for Newman. Cardinals have it on the wing. Jacob Piffner. Piffner picked up his dribble, able to get it back out, reset. Active zone here for Marathon. Again, ball goes into the corner. Marathon may collapse with the double team. Newman in the driver's seat so they can be patient. There's a bad cross-court pass. Connor Cratch turns it over. Newman's back defensively, cut off along the baseline. That's a nice take for Tyler Underwood, who scores. This is the closest that Marathon's been in a while. It's now an 11-point game, 38-27. Back after these messages, this is Zaleski Sports coverage of Wausau Newman Marathon Basketball.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Newman's got a really fun environment going here at their small gymnasium for high school basketball. The weather's lousy. Getting here wasn't all that easy, and the fans who have come are being rewarded. They got the best timeout music, too. That's a travel. Uh-oh. At the 3-minute mark, Marathon can get within single numbers again. So maybe this will be close enough that the second half will set up as cloak and dagger. And these teams played a 1-point game when they met earlier over at Marathon's gym. Down low again to Warrens. Bodied up there, he spins and scores over Owen Sullivan. Warren's now got 11. And as we've said repeatedly, he's just a matchup problem. Just the taller kid. And the Cardinals don't have anyone his size. Open for a three. Boy, that would have been the cure. It's a miss. And Marathon gets a chance to inch a little bit closer. Seidel has missed his last two from behind the arc. See if Newman can come up with a defensive stop here. Warren's from way outside the block. Entry pass dribbling off his foot and turned over. Down the other way, basket. Mason Prey makes Marathon pay for the mistake. Back to a double-digit lead. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. To Warren inside. Bodied up, spins, and misses. That was pretty good defense there by Charlie Shields. Again, Shields is in because of the foul trouble for Gustafson. He got a good stop on the big guy. Pass is loose along the baseline. Down at his feet, double team. Boy, Newman did a good job getting this back out. Can Prey make him pay? He does. Stuck that three. And now it is looking like it'll be a double-digit lead at halftime for Newman. They lead by 14. 80 ticks on the clock left till halftime. Newman shown man-to-man and no press the entire night. Play this half court. Pass down low, spinning. That's a tough fading away shot for Ben Robbins. You know, Robbins gives away all of his height and all of his size when he fades backwards like that. Missing at the rim is Prey, hustles and gets his own rebound. Good fundamentals there. You follow your own miss. And look at that. Prey was rewarded getting the ball back. Under a minute to go till intermission. Newman's not holding for a last shot here. They're running regular offense. That thinking may change if they keep this on the perimeter a little bit longer. Baseline, Prey, three, good. That's a pretty good trip down the floor for Prey. Got the offensive rebound, able to pull it back out, and then hits the three from the baseline. This 17-point lead ties the biggest lead of the first half. Off the glass and scoring is Grant Warren. Now the Cardinals will hold for a final shot. Up by 15, 10 on the timer, counting down. Open for a three, so why not take it? Seidel, no good. Offensive rebound to the rim and scoring is Piffner, and that's going to do it for the first half. 3 times the Cardinals have led by 17, and they go to the locker room tied for their biggest edge in the first half. It is 48-31. Tell you what, we'll take a 2.5-minute break. We'll total up our scorecard, and at halftime we'll bring you through our leading scores. Newman's been doing it from the outside. They cooled off a little bit in the middle stages of the first half, but you know what? Down the stretch, they started to heat things up again, and they've been rewarded 48-31. What do we look for in the second half? Again, Newman's had more fouls called on, but fouls were 11-2 in the first half. So Newman's got a couple of players sitting on 3 and 2 fouls, and you want to see if that's going to impact their personnel and who they can have on the floor and who they can have on the bench as we go to the second half. Marathon, the first place team, trails to third place Newman Catholic, 48-31. Back after these messages, you're listening to boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Halftime, Wausau Newman by 17. I'm Chris Conley. Pleasure to fill in for you on a snowy night around central Wisconsin. You know, there are lots of people. If there are games tonight in Tomahawk or Merrill or Rhinelander, I bet a lot of teams and a lot of fans have had trouble getting to their games tonight. There was a big wreck on I-39 for a while at County K. The road was closed. We had a truck that was jackknifed. Just a hard night to get from here to there. Newman Catholic's got only 4 kids who have counted for all of the scoring, all 48 of their points, led by Isaac Seidel with 18. Mason Praise got 17. Connor Kroc, got that right? Connor Kroc, yes, his family will be happy. He's got 5. And Jacob Piffner has 3. The 6'8 sophomore Warren Grant has 13 to lead Marathon. Tyler Underwood has 9 off the bench. 4 for Jaden Kohler, 3 for Drew Love. It was Love who was getting most of the touches when Warren Grant was on the bench, and Noah Gage has 2. Again, Marathon's only lost 3 times all season, 18-3, but they're in some trouble here. This is a 17-point hole that they've got to dig out. Wausau Newman, 15-6. Now Newman, I mean, this is the last game. This is the last bit of the body of work before the teams are seeded for postseason play. That's being done by computer this year. And the computer, I got to tell you, it's just kind of like a black box. No one knows what are the things that the computer factors in the most in deciding the rankings, which determine, you know, who gets the home games, who matches up against who in all of the different divisions. So this win, if Newman Catholic holds on in the second half, sure does help their resume. This would move them up, I would imagine, substantially. Some of the Catholic school, grade school basketballers who are in the Newman private school system were introduced to the crowd at halftime, so that's got a cuteness factor that's just off the charts. And then they'll be sticking around to see what the varsity can do if the Cardinals can close out or not squander the 17-point lead that they enjoy at halftime, 48-31. Let's take you through the fouls. Elijah Gustafson is the only starter for Wausau Newman with 3 fouls. 2 each on Jacob Piffner, and Owen Sullivan. Single fouls on Jackson Fender, Connor Kroc, and Charlie Shields. Again, Shields is going to be an important defensive piece in the second half. With Gustafson in foul trouble, it is Shields who matches up on the 6'8 Grant Warren. Again, Marathon had only 2 fouls called on them in the first half, single fouls on Jaden Kohler and Ben Robbins. Teams will be out for the shoot-around, and then the second half will be underway. Wausau Newman 48, Marathon Red Raiders 31. Back after these messages from Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Hosting a tournament, running a sports camp, collecting team fees, youth or adult, Tournament Depot offers end-to-end solutions for everything you need to make running your organization a pleasure. Quick registration setup, team management, communication, leaderboard, online updates, simple and or self-check-in. Don't hate the bookkeeping process. Let us help make them painless and quick. Let us show you how easy it can be. Check us out at tournamentdepot.com or call us at 612-524-9981 for information.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Second half will be underway in just a moment. Cardinals will get the ball for the first possession, and they lead by 17. Marathon got within 9, and then the Cardinals were able to stretch it out again down the stretch of the first half. You know what's going to be a key for Marathon if they're going to get back in this game? It's the turnovers. Marathon had 5 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game. Now at halftime, they've turned the ball over only 8. So, I mean, for the last 2/3 of the first half, that's only 3 turnovers, and in high school basketball, that's pretty good. Marathon's got to keep being careful with the ball because when you're down by this much, I mean, it's the empty trips that eventually catch up with you, and then time runs out. And Newman's been good from the outside, but now they move down to the other half of the gymnasium, shooting towards the stage auditorium part. You can see if that's a different look. With the 3 fouls, Elijah Gustafson is back on the floor. So keeping him on the court, matching up against Grant Warren and making sure that 4th foul doesn't come too early, that's also going to be a key for Wausau Newman. My name's Chris Conley, glad to be providing the narration for tonight's video coverage from Wausau, Wisconsin on a snowy Friday night. Newman's put on a good show. They've been great hosts today. Play is back in for the second half. Entry pass down low and missing at the rim is Prey, and the rebound comes to Ben Robbins of Marathon. It's a pretty good look down low, too. You need that to go down. Entry pass into traffic, and that's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Marathon, I think. Yeah, Prey tried to slam that off, Nathan Hankey, but he was already on the end line. So Marathon inbounds underneath their own basket. Just 30 seconds into the second half, neither team scored. That pass is almost stolen. Ben Robbins pulls up, extra pass down low. Wow, the extra defender went over to him, so he feeds Grant Warren, and Warren gets an easy basket. Breaks the seal on this second half. Straight on three, fading backwards, too strong for Seidel, and the rebound comes to Warren. Again, down low to Warren. 3 fouls. Wow, that was a bump that's not called. A break for Newman. Gustafson just bumped Warren pretty soundly. Could have been his 4th foul. Gustafson's a junior. He's just got to be aware of how many times he's been whistled so far. If anything, you surrender that so that you don't have to go to the bench with a 4th. Kind of a break for the Cardinals, and they get the ball back. Minute into the second half. Newman's second possession, still looking for points. Off the screen, Kroc. Too strong, loose ball foul. And it's on Newman. No, they're just going to say that's out of bounds? Just out of bounds. That's weird because it's the outside official who's furthest away from the end line. Called that out of bounds and gives the ball over to Marathon. Faking the three, got his man up in the air, Kohler. Now back out for a three, line drive, good, Nathan Hankey. Hankey's a starter, he's a senior, that's his first points of the night. 12-point game. I mean, it's early, you don't want to say that Newman's come out cold, but here's their third possession. You don't want 3 in a row to open the half with no points. Cutter now to the baseline, 3 ball, no good. Newman is cold from the outside. Crocs miss. Nothing on the offensive glass either. Fading backwards while looking for a foul. Nothing. And on the putback, Grant Warren is fouled. 2 free throws coming up. Warren's 3 for 5 at the foul line tonight. Foul is on Isaac Seidel. It's his first. Basketball tonight's brought to you by Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm's hiring event is going on now. All locations looking to hire, competitive pay, flexible scheduling, a 20% discount for you and your immediate family. Apply online today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. You know, when you're trying to come back too, the points you leave at the free throw line are magnified. 1 out of 2, 11-point game. 2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting into the first half with Newman not scoring. This is Prey on the wing. To the baseline driving in, Piffner. Piffner underneath. Stepped out of bounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 trips up the floor, empty for Newman since intermission. 9 has been the closest that Marathon has gotten in the first half, and that's an entry pass knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Marathon. A basket from the floor here gets Marathon within 9. Inbounding in traffic, of course it goes to Warren. That was too easy. (48-39). Newman just kind of needs to reset. Of their first 4 possessions, 2 missed shots, 2 turnovers. Cross court, wow, in the first half, Seidel would take that shot. Along the baseline, loose, goes back out. Newman keeps possession. Splitting defenders, a lot of traffic there, a little too much for Connor Kroc. Kroc took on the 2 defenders and was still kind of indecisive about how he'd get to the basket. And sticking the 3 is Jaden Kohler. The Red Raiders open up the half on an 11-0 run. And just like that, it's a 6-point game. So it's game on all of a sudden, and Newman indeed needs this timeout. Basketball is brought to you by H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield. H&S is hiring. If you're a hard-working individual, then we need you. You want a solid company that offers top wages along with a very generous benefits package? Check out our open positions at H&S. Benefits include health, dental, life, disability, 401k, cash bonuses, $2 shift bonuses, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. Looking for welders, painters, assemblers for first and second shift? Apply online, H&S Manufacturing, or log on, hsmfg.com. See if the timeout settles things down for Newman. 2-3 zone. A sixth possession since halftime, and still a 0 in the scoring column. Prey backs this out. Again, Marathon's looking to trap. Newman hasn't gotten themselves in a trapping situation yet, so that's good. So the Marathon strategy out of this zone hasn't produced any turnovers. 3 balls straight on. Wow, that looked good out of his hand. Seidel, cold. Boy, Marathon can get this down to 4 or 3 with a 3. They'll go inside to Warren, goes back out, traveled. Double team collapsed around him. Again, Gustafson with the 3 fouls. Does not pick up his 4th, and Marathon turns it over for the first time in the second half. And another slow walk up the floor for Newman to try and right the ship. Entry pass up high. That's where you want to be to break the zone. Get 2 at the foul line extended, then look for something down low. Fading backwards. That's a tough shot in traffic. Seidel missed it. Yeah, the Cardinals just cold, and here they didn't get back on defense. And Noah Gage scores. 48-44. The run is at 13-0 since halftime. No call there. Driving in, scooping shot at the rim. Boy, that's a foul that's going to get Mason Prey to the foul line. And that is just what Newman needed to try and get off the schneid here. In the act of shooting with that underhand scooping shot. Jaden Kohler called for his second foul. Prey's got one more. The lead right now is 5, and it stays at 5. Offensive rebound in traffic. That's a big board for Kroc. Back out for a 3, couldn't convert. Prey, who missed the free throw, cold from behind the arc. 5-point game. Down low, the big man pass. That's rejected. Kroc back out for a 3. No good. Tied up. Got a foul. Loose ball foul on Newman. Non-shooting. It's on the battle for the rebound. Kroc called for his second. 12:55 to play in the game. It's now a 5-point game. Well, we wanted an exciting finish, didn't we? Kohler. Suddenly Marathon looks a little sloppy with the ball here. Warren almost lost the handle, so did Kohler. Back out to Kohler. You know what? The crowd sensing this game is tightened. There's noise. People are cheering for their team. People are riding the refs a little bit almost every trip down the floor. Back out, 3 ball. This could make it a 2-point game. It's a miss from Ben Robbins. Mason Prey makes sure it's a one-and-done trip. Newman still looking for their first basket from the floor. A runner, Prey, came in a little hot. Blocked along the baseline by Warren, and Marathon gets the ball back. Down by 5, chance to cut this to a 2-point game, and it is good. No, on the line, 2. A 2, not a 3. Tyler Underwood. Referee had the 2 fingers out instead of the arm up for the 3 right as it left his hands. No question about the call. It is now a 3-point game, 49-46. Under 12 minutes to play. Driving in to the rim. Needed a friendly roll and got it for Mason Prey. 6 minutes and 20 seconds into the half, and the Cardinals have their first basket from the floor since halftime. Baseline, again, no matchup for Grant Warren. He scores underneath. Teams trade baskets, 51-48. It is the Marathon faithful who've made the 15-minute ride here, making the noise now. Goes back to Prey, double teamed. Got to say this is before the shot, non-shooting. Prey's going to the foul line like he thinks he's going to shoot two. Instead, Newman's going to inbound underneath. Yeah, Prey just put his hands out like, say what? Grant Warren's called for only his first foul, team's second. Inbounded way up high. Fender, baseline three. Boy, Newman needs one of these to go down, and there it is. Connor Kroc. Kroc hit one back in the first half. He hits one here. He's got 8 for the night. 54-48. That's a big basket. Kind of quells the bleeding for the moment. Marathon thought about answering with the three. Drew Love's a little gun shy. Goes in and misses at the rim. That's good inside defense. Seidel with the rebound for Newman. You know, Marathon got within 3, but they have not come all the way back. When you've got momentum, you've got to get all the way over the hump, and they have it. There's a nice spin move. That's a pretty basket for Isaac Seidel. I think that's the best drive of the night. And you know what? Newman's reestablished some momentum. The lead has been stretched back to 8, and it's Marathon that's taking this timeout with 10:22 left in the game, 56-48. Couple of big baskets there for Newman. Down to 3, and then the next 5 points belong to the Cardinals. Our coverage tonight is brought to you by Hawkins Ash CPA, certified public accounting big enough to serve you, small enough to care. Accounting professionals in the firm's Marshfield office provide local tax and accounting services and are backed with the resources and support of 9 other offices and a team of 150 members. Contact Hawkins Ash CPAs in Marshfield for all your tax and accounting needs. Online at hawkinsash.cpa to learn more. It is nice to see that Sweet Caroline is officially played everywhere. And this timeout is going to end before we get to so good, so good, so good. For the first time all night, the Cardinals are going to put on some defensive pressure. Mason Prey is going to pick up defensively in the backcourt. It's just token pressure brought up by Jaden Kohler. And now Newman settles back in to the man-to-man defense. Student section's making some noise just to the right of our broadcast position. Thinking about that three is Tyler Underwood. Entry pass now to Warren. He's outside the paint. Got Owen Sullivan on him right now. And Gustafson, who's done a good job playing with the 3 fouls, making sure the 4th doesn't come, is on the bench for the time being. To Love inside. That is bodied up well, goes back out. This is a good defensive set for Newman. See if they can make it pay with a stop. Fading backwards, nope. Hankey scores. 6-point lead. 9.5 to go. Lots of basketball left tonight. Entry pass down low. Well, that's a nice feed. And points off the bench. It's Owen Sullivan, a fine time for his first basket tonight. And Sullivan was solid defensively on the other end. So 2 good trips down the floor for Sullivan. Right over the top is Warren. You know what? Sullivan, the shorter player, got him to change his shot, and he missed at the rim. Newman would be over the moon if they can get this back to a double-digit lead. That's what they're playing for this time down the floor. There's a whistle. Boy, that's a ticky-tack offensive foul. They're going to say that Sullivan created separation by using that elbow. That's usually a point of emphasis, but that's the first time we've seen that call all night. And Newman doesn't even get a look at the basket to try and bump this back up to a 10-point game. You just kind of remember that whistle and that moment as Marathon looks to get a little closer. Driving in, cut off is Kohler. Kohler gets the ball back. Tries to split defenders. You know what? The Newman defense has tightened noticeably. Last couple of trips down the floor. In traffic, Underwood, whistle. You know what? I thought Underwood dragged his back foot. So that was either going to be a foul or a travel. And it's a friendly whistle for Marathon. Kroc has just picked up his third. And they're going to say that Underwood was in the act of shooting too. On 11 points tonight, now he has 12. The big man Warren goes out for the moment. I don't think this is going to be a long stint on the bench. Underwood got both of his free throws, back to a 6-point lead. Cardinals went through a long drought to open the half, and to their credit, they did not panic. Kind of reset. You know, when you're cold on offense, well then, hey, play good defense. The Cardinals' man-to-man's been really good in the middle stages of the second half. Just haven't hit as much from the outside. In fact, 1-3 since halftime. Maybe this is 2. Yes, sir. Isaac Seidel. That's a big make. 9-point lead, 61-52. Dangerous cross-court pass. Underwood has it. Goes back out. Noah Gage. Gage came in during the last stoppage. And yeah, the big man Warren will come back in. He's waiting at the scorer's table. Down low to Kohler. And back out. Robbins. 3-ball here. Kohler, do they have an answer? They do. The teams trade threes. It's Kohler's second three of the half. 61-55. In the middle stages of the second half now, 7.5 to go. Baseline, Prey, runner, came in a little too hot, ball's loose. Hustle play to get it out of there by Piffner of the Cardinals. And they'll reset. That ball was loose. Neither team's gotten a lot of second looks. Cardinals will get one here. To the corner and back out. Well, all alone in the corner was Fender. He hasn't taken a lot of shots, but he was open if they could have gotten the ball to him. Newman's a little shy about that cross-court pass, worrying that it might be stolen. I don't blame them. Now open three, Prey, good. Got the shot they wanted, and Prey stuck it. Had 17 in the first half, 21 now, and Marathon needs a timeout. Well, that's twice now that Marathon looked like they were getting closer. They got as close as 3, and then Newman scored the next 5 points and got it back to 8. Here, Marathon got it back down to 4, and Newman, no panic, gets it back up to 9 points, 64-55. Wherever you are tonight, if you look out your window, it sure looks like winter sports Friday night. I know the baseball season may be delayed, but you don't want to see sports reports of guys running around in the 80 and 90 degrees of Arizona or Florida on a night like this, do you? You'd rather focus on basketball. Marathon was down by 17, 1, 2, 3 times in the first half. Opened the second half on a 13-0 run. But it is still Wausau-Newman leading. Marathon inside traffic. Boy, the defense has been tough. I'm not sure that Jaden Kohler called glass there, but he forces it up and in. Over the double team. 64-57. Newman, entry pass, the big wingspan of Warren knocks that away. Ball's loose. Newman gets it back. Player on the floor was Seidel. He's back on 2 feet. Gets it back out. Open for a 3. Stuck it right over that defender. And Noah Gage, who had a hand in Seidel's face, just slumped his shoulders after that 3 was struck right over his outstretched hands. Back to double digits. 67-57 and 6 minutes to go. There's a hustle steal there by Piffner, out of bounds. Jump ball. And the arrow points to Marathon. You know, there's a lot of time left, but if I'm Marathon, you got to be moving in the right direction at this stage of the game. Marathon's down by 10. They really can't afford to look around and find, oh, we're down by 14 or 15 or 16. There's not enough time left for that. Warren looked like he was thinking about shooting from way up high. They want to rotate him down low. Sets that high screen. Now Warren gets it. He's in the paint. Boy, he's in there for more than 3 seconds. He was pitching a tent in the lane and then finally got out. Some of the Newman parents around me have been on that call all night. That was one of the times that would have been a legitimate. You don't see a lot of 3-second violations. Warren was in there for a while. Long two, that's a tough shot and a miss for Nathan Hankey. Seidel, who's been a gamer, gets the rebound. Marathon took a lot of time off the clock and came away empty. 5 minutes to go. This is where you want to be patient. I mean, you can't take the air out of the ball. There's just too much time remaining. But you want to work for a good shot. And if you take some time off the clock in the process, all the better. Runner through the lane. Prey has scored. Prey has 8 in the second half. Back to a 12-point game and turned over and unable to keep his body in bound. Jacob Piffner. It's a couple of times that Piffner's almost had a steal. Team fouls, 4 against Newman, 2 against Marathon. So neither team is likely to get to the free throw line a lot down the stretch of this game. Which means this is going to be decided from the floor. Wouldn't have it any other way. Again, Marathon, the empty trips are killers at this stage of the game. Kohler back out to Warren's way up high. And that, see, again, that's not where you want Warren's. Warren's is up high. He's 15 feet away from the basket. You want him down low. Pass was knocked out of bounds. Marathon will keep it. Now they've got Warren's on the low blocks. And again, he moves away from the basket to the corner. Back to Kohler. Kohler bodied up and he missed. That's good defense by Mason Prey. Prey didn't give an inch, bodied up his man and got him to miss at the rim. Another minute ticks off the clock, 4 minutes to go. You know, if Newman scores here, Marathon may need another one of their timeouts. And a 3 could just be a backbreaker at this point of the game. There, Marathon double teaming. Call the timeout here, I think. Cross court, keep the possession alive. Along the baseline, that's a bump on the big man, Grant Warren. Common foul, going to be inbounded underneath. Newman hasn't turned the ball over a lot. That's a good entry pass and a foul at the rim. Wow, Marathon right up off the bench thinking that that was clean. Not how it's called. 2 free throws coming up for Jacob Piffner. Fouls on Ben Robbins. First free throws of the night for Piffner was 5 points, all in the first half. Got that one. Well, he's a senior. Boy, you want the ball in the hands of your seniors, your most experienced players, and if someone's going to be at the foul line, why not a senior too? Someone who's been there before. 1 of 2, and loose ball foul, that's going to be on Newman. Yeah, that was Connor Kroc, and Kroc has just picked up his 4th foul. (70-57). This is Gage back out, long 3. Kohler misses big. Rebound, Noah Gage. Beg your pardon, rebound to Gustafson and got a reach-in foul. Gustafson with the 3 fouls. Gage is called for his first. Team fouls have now evened up, 5 each side. Into Gustafson. Stripped going to the basket, Mason Prey. That was clean. good, no call. 3, line drive, no good for Kohler. Offensive rebound, back out to Kohler. Another look at the basket. Even if you stick one of these threes, you're still down by 10, and soon the clock is going to be friendly to Wausau Newman. Gage and now Kohler. Entry pass, that's a late foul on Piffner, who's going to get called for his third. I think that's the right call. Again, the crowd doesn't like that the whistle came late. But that looks to be, Piffner bumped on that entry pass. Ben Robbins goes out. Cooper Hoxma comes in for Marathon. 3 minutes to go. Way up high is Warren. Down low, Henke. Hands off. 3 ball on the switch, round and out. Offensive rebound, that's a foul at the rim. 2 free throws coming up for Nathan Henke. Gustafson now joins the 4 foul club. 4 on Kroc, 4 on Gustafson. This was a shooting foul, so 2 free throws, but Marathon now goes into the bonus for the final 2:48. Again, what's the key down the stretch for Newman? No panic. Careful with the ball, limit the turnovers. They are still up by 11. 70-59. Marathon now shows full court pressure. So Marathon's playing for a couple of turnovers. Almost trapped along the sideline, and Prey gets it back out. Marathon swarming to the ball. Somebody should be open here. There you go. There's the weak side basket. You bet. Mason Prey scores. Double teaming the ball means that somebody's open on the weak side, and Newman found them. Back up to a 13-point game. Again, Marathon played for the steal that didn't come, and there's a turnover. Kohler lost the handle. Ball's loose in the corner, and it's saved in the backcourt. Newman still got it. Newman's got to get the ball across the timeline, and they do. Jacob Piffner. Piffner is fouled. That is the last non-shooting foul of the half. Cooper Hoxma, sophomore. For the rest of the way, both teams are in the bonus. So down the stretch we come, 2:04 left. Newman by 13 and the ball. Baseline 3, you don't need it, and it's a miss. You'd rather have run more time off the clock. Isaac Seidel, 3 at the other end, no good. Needed that one to go down. Underwood on the miss. Loose ball foul on the Red Raiders. Will walk down to the other end. 1-1 coming up. Tonight's basketball coverage brought to you by Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Working with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Live on a miss, it's a make. Jacob Piffner. I think Piffner's played a nifty second half. Hasn't scored a lot, got only 7 points. But he's been solid defensively, created a couple of turnovers, got them both. You know, sometimes it's not always the guys who are blowing up the score sheet. Subtle things that you need to have go right, especially if you're going to take down a team with a winning record. And I think that Piffner's been a big part of that. Timeout here. Getting late for the Red Raiders, just 1:48 left. I am promised that Coach Corey Marquardt will join us once the game is over. Hopefully that'll be a happy conversation. The next 1:48 will tell the tale. I'm Chris Conley. Very happy to be with you on this Zaleski Sports feed. This has been fun. We'll have to do this again if the opportunity arises. You know, even like sickness or a COVID positive could impact a sports team at any time. it in small ways have impacted the broadcasters too. I know that earlier in the year I lost a couple of games over on the radio while I was recovering. Mild symptoms, quick recovery. Wouldn't have that any other way. The Newman student section seems like they're ready to explode if this game goes the right way. This will be a really nice win late in the season on the home court. And it's Marathon that's got to sweat it out. You know what? Marathon only leads Stratford by a single game, so a loss here tonight kind of puts them in some standings jeopardy. That's a miss. Prey gets the rebound. Marathon's got to pressure the ball in the backcourt. Yeah, you can't let Newman just walk the ball up while there. Turnover. Throw it into the backcourt. Still a 15-point game. Down low. Warren has to reverse. That's a nice left-handed make by Grant Warren. Warren's got 9 in the second half. 74-61. And a foul. 1-1 coming up. You want to really slam the door shut? Hit your free throws down the stretch. Jaden Kohler is called for his third. Seidel is 1 for 1 at the foul line, now 2 for 2. Big make. One more coming. Got them both. You know what? The door is in the process of slamming shut right now. There's just not enough time left for Marathon to come back in this game. 110, down by 15. Yeah, you need the ball too many times, and there's a foul. You know what? This is a coachable moment. When you go through the videotape, I mean, Newman's going to look at this with a really positive eye. They're going to get a really good win tonight. But you don't want fouls down the stretch where your opponent gets to cut into your lead, but the clock stopped. You want the clock running at this stage in the game. Piffner's fourth. Front end of the 1-1. Good for Ben Robbins. Robbins is a starter. First points of the night. Missed the second one. Rebound tipped out. Good hustle play by Henke. Back out for a three. Good for Jaden Kohler. And the candle's not quite out yet. Marathon will take a timeout. The three makes it an 11-point game, 76-65. The discussion now in the Marathon huddle has got to be, can we still afford to play for steals, or do we have to commit fouls? With 8 team fouls on the Red Raiders, the next foul would be a 1-1. So it's a chance for an empty trip up the floor and then double bonuses for whatever time's left after that. Out of this Marathon timeout, Newman's got the ball. Have to go the length of the floor. Full court pressure, and Marathon setting up like it looks like they will not contest the inbounds pass. Well, no, there comes Tyler Underwood. Playing for a steal, at least initially. Little trouble getting it in, and now it went out of bounds off the Marathon defender. Boy, Marathon had a hope for a moment that went off one of the Cardinals. It didn't. Looking to inbound again. All the way up high to Mason Prey. 3-on-1, bounce pass to the rim and a score. That's going to seal Marathon's fate. Seidel's basket. Under a minute to go, a 13-point lead. No fouls here. Let him score. Jaden Kohler has just scored. 45 seconds left. There's the foul in the backcourt. 46? Yes. 1-1 here. Nathan Hankey commits the foul. Mason Prey 1 for 2 at the foul line. The ball is live on a miss. Front end of the 1-and-1, good. And there's Jacob Piffner coming back into the game. Second free throw, got them both. Countdown to ecstasy now, 80-67. And all we're waiting to do is determine the final score. There's the drive, Nathan Hankey. Hankey's got 9 all in the second half. Didn't need that. Pass is too long, turned over. Newman still not in any danger here. Up by 11. And a half minute to go. So the first place team's going to lose to the third place team tonight. Newman, I believe, a week from tonight plays Stratford, and that is a Zaleski Sports game. 3 short. Rebound 2. Kroc. Long outlet pass. Back it out and run it down. 10 seconds to go. The Newman fans come to their feet. The Newman bench comes to their feet. Congratulations. Cardinals over Red Raiders. The final score is 80-69. Good win for Newman tonight. For Newman fans, we're going to take a 2.5-minute break, and then we'll have a happy recap. Again, Marathon got this down to single digits. They opened the second half with a 13-0 run. A lot of times you don't see teams lose momentum, then reestablish momentum, but the Cardinals did that a couple of times in the second half, and they'll get to celebrate an 11-point win tonight. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Newman Marathon Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
I am still promised a visit from Newman's head coach, Corey Marquardt. He's over at the radio table now. Usually that doesn't work out. Come on, we're the video. Come on over here, Coach. Coach will join us in just a minute. I'm Chris Conley. The Newman faithful are going home happy tonight with an 80-69 win. The victory moves them to 11-4 in Merriwood Conference play. It's their 16th win of the season, improving to 16-6. For Marathon, you know what? Second place Stratford inches closer. The Stratford-Newman game next week. Now, the postseason seedings will already be coming out, but that game now has big implications for who is going to be conference champion this year. Marathon takes just their second loss in the Merriwood. They're 13-2 now and fall to 18-4 overall. 3 times in the first half, the Cardinals went up by 17. Marathon got off to a really slow start. They were turning the ball over early in the game, and the Cardinals got up on a lead. Marathon did not lead in tonight's game. Got within 3 and got within 2 in the second half, but could get no closer. And each time, Newman had the answer. Let's take a look at our leading scorers. Top scorer tonight is the junior Isaac Seidel, 30 points. He had 7 threes. 5 of them came in the first half. 3 for 3 from the foul line, too, so that's a strong performance from the junior, 30 points. Right behind with 29 is Mason Prey. Prey had 4 threes, 7 more from the floor, and 3 for 4 from the foul line, 29 points. There were only 4 other players for the Cardinals who scored. Connor Kroc had 8. Jacob Piffner had 8, but I thought he was a defensive spark plug. And a 3 for Jackson Fender. 2 points for Owen Sullivan. Marathon in defeat was led by their 6'8 sophomore Grant Warren, 22 points. Warren is going to be more of a force, not only as he fills out physically, but as he finds his spot down low. A lot of time Warren was handling the ball. He was just far away from the low blocks or was too far out on the baseline, kind of outside of his range. Warren with 22. Again, he's a matchup problem for just about everyone when you see these smaller schools. Jaden Kohler had 15. Tyler Underwood off the bench, 13. 9 for Nathan Hankey. 3 points for Drew Love, their other post player. Noah Gage had 4. And 1 point for Ben Robbins. Our postgame coverage is brought to you by Nasonville Dairy. The Nasonville Dairy postgame show with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis. Order online at nasonvilledairy.com. My radio colleague Chad Holmes, who calls these games on WXCO, I'm going to rib him for keeping Coach Corey Marquardt there a little bit longer than we would otherwise like. I see the coach has surrendered the microphone and he is making his way over right now. Coach, we're going to put you right here on camera. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. That was a fun one.
You know, thanks a lot, Coach. You know, sometimes it's the early parts of the game that kind of shape the night. You got a lot of turnovers early. You built that big lead. You must have been feeling really good about where you were at halftime.
Yeah, and I think the offense definitely helped that a little bit. Our guys were playing really well offensively, but I think what really stemmed it for us was our defensive intensity. It just carries over in such a huge way. When guys are locked in on the defensive end, it really turns into some special offense for us, and I think you saw that in the first half.
You know, a credit to your guys. Marathon comes out on a 13-0 run in the second half. I thought they actually did a good job keeping their composure. There wasn't a lot of panic, and, you know, the burden's on the other team to come all the way back to get over the hump, and they didn't. And each time, and they got within 3, they got within 2, then the next couple of baskets came to you guys. And a lot of times in high school, it's like once you lose momentum, it's gone, and it wasn't that way tonight.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. And I told our guys in the locker room afterwards that I'm just incredibly proud of their resilience. And it really had to do with the start of that second half. I mean, they came out punching, and we knew that they weren't just going to go away. And for our guys to keep their composure, play together, not separate when things got tough, that to me is the signs of a really special team. And I think that's what we got here.
Well, obviously, Isaac and Mason had big nights, 30 and 29 points. I thought an unsung hero was Jacob Piffner because I thought he came up with a couple of steals. He looked like he was a real defensive pain in the neck at key parts of the second half. And you absolutely want a guy like that to make sure that the comeback doesn't come all the way back.
Absolutely. And, you know, he actually was one of the guys that was missing in that first game against Marathon. And Jaden was out for them, too. So it was kind of a fun one-on-one matchup here because I had him guarding him most of the game. So it was fun to watch him come back and perform at a high level. And he's a senior, and, you know, he's one of those guys that I'm going to miss a lot next year just because of everything that he brings, both athletically and just as a kid. He's an awesome kid, and I'm really happy to have him.
Congratulations. Coach, go celebrate with your team. Good luck when the seedings come out over the weekend. This is a nice resume builder. Sure does add to the body of work.
Thank you very much.
Going to spend some time here with Owen Sullivan. Thanks for coming over after the win. What was the feeling like on the bench when you came out so cold in the second half?
I mean, we were all kind of down. We started kind of arguing with each other, and then we realized the only way we were going to win the game is to play together as a team. So came together, ended up on top.
I was just talking to Coach that a lot of times when a team goes cold, when you lose momentum, they lose it for the rest of the game. And twice Marathon got close, and then the next couple of baskets belonged to you guys. I thought that was really nice that you guys were able to right the ship.
Yeah.
Tell me a little about the tough loss the first time and then being able to turn it around here. That's got to be a great feeling. It's in front of the student section. It's in front of a lot of parents. After the toughest of losses, tonight's got to feel really, really good.
Yeah, the first time around, we turned the ball over a lot. We didn't play very team basketball, but now we've been working through it in practice every day, getting better, and now we're putting the pieces together right before playoffs.
One more week of basketball here. Got a big game coming up against Stratford, so I mean you don't want your work to be done just yet. Good luck when the seedings come out. Good luck the rest of the way. Thank you for coming over tonight.
Thank you.
We'll have one more thing. We'll zoom on you and say, I'm Owen Sullivan and I'm in the house. Okay, we'll do that right now really quickly, and then I'll have Chris shut the game. So whenever you're ready.
I'm Owen Sullivan and I'm in the house.
All right, and I'm Chris Conley. We're wrapping up our coverage tonight. A home win for the Newman Catholic Cardinals, led by 17 three times in the first half. Marathon comes out with a 13-0 run to start the second half, but it was the Cardinals who were able to shift momentum back. After Marathon got within 3, the Cardinals got the next 2 baskets, went back up by 8. After Marathon got within 2, the Cardinals scored the next 3 baskets, bumped it up to 9, and then got it back up to double digits down the stretch. This is a really nice win for Wausau Newman, avenging an earlier loss, 64-63. Again, repeating our final score tonight, it's Wausau Newman 80, Marathon Red Raiders 69. I'm Chris Conley. My pleasure filling in tonight. Have a good night, everybody.